Welcome to my live today. I want to continue the conversation talking about moms. Um, Moms is a hot topic for the next 30 days, only because I feel like we have this mothering, personality. We take care of everything, we do all the things for everybody. And, we tend to kind of forget about us. I feel like as mothers, we tend to give everything to everyone else and we forget about ourselves. And that's why I chose this topic for this month. I wanted it to be a special 30 days so I can focus on that. Why moms, go through these changes, especially in midlife, and why do we decide that it's time for us and we want to do something different? And it seems like we're rediscovering ourselves and not knowing where to go and what to do and how to handle the situation. So I just want to kind of talk a little bit about that because, I'm going through that. So because I'm going through that, I can actually talk about it, right? So, the moment I realized that, my kids were not my babies anymore. I mean, though they'll always be my babies, but when I realized that my kids weren't my babies anymore, I knew that I needed to kind of reinvent myself. And I did it in many other ways. I did it, I started making jewelry. I started doing things more for myself. I started like other businesses on the side, kind of like side hustles, things that never paid the bills really, but they were on the creative side. So I'm not going to call them a super expensive hobby, but they could have been called an expensive hobby because they cost a lot, to run. But I still made a profit. But they were mine and I loved it. And so, I had to do things that made me happy and that made me feel like I was still doing something with myself and giving myself grace until I got kind of over that phase that I wasn't mommy anymore. So hi guys, welcome in. So, that was a special moment for me. So that's when I knew that going into my mid 50s was going to be kind of interesting because I didn't, you know, I don't feel like I'm 55, but I still know that the number is climbing. So I'm trying to stay young, as long as I can. And I'm trying to do things that keep me young, like exercise, eating healthy, and just continuing that good lifestyle. Hi guys, welcome in. So I'm taking more time for myself, and this is one of the reasons why when this time in your life happens and you're realizing, oh wait, I have all this time, I want to do something creative, I want to do something important. And needless to say, everyone can use an extra buck, right? So that's another thing. So I've always been finding ways to make a little extra cash on the side because things are very expensive, and they have been for a while, but they're dramatically expensive now. Like right now, the cost of groceries is astounding. And sometimes I look at my every time I go to the grocery store these days, I just don't believe it. So I know that because I have to spend more now on certain things, I feel like there is a need for me to create that extra income. So that's why I've been giving myself the time to, to learn what I'm doing now, which is digital marketing, because I feel like it's something that obviously will potentially give me an amazing income, second income stream. But at the same time, it's going to help me to learn something new, and it's going to keep my mind as I get older super active, and it's going to keep me motivated. I'm feeling like I'm actually doing something special, and I'm doing something that helps other people. So those are the things that I kind of look for when I do things. I want to make sure that not only do they serve me, but they serve others. So that's where I am right now in my life, and that's why this is such a special topic for me about moms, because I know that many of us kind of like forget about us. And then what happens is, which happened to me, I started, kind of like falling into this kind of like little downward spiral on just watching TV or not being productive, just scrolling on my phone and doing things that really weren't going to help me and serve me. So I just thank my lucky stars that I actually started doing something that was going to not only benefit me because I was starting a new business, but was also going to help so many people. And that right there for me is everything. The fact that I'm going to be helping people all over the world to create a second income stream is honestly what's feeding my fire and why I'm showing up. Because at this point, I'm really learning so much and I'm really paying attention to what I'm doing. So it's really becoming very important to me. And it's become almost like a passion at this point. Gotta get my water in. It's becoming a passion at this point for me, and it's becoming a thing that I really want to help all the people that want it, but mostly like my main concern is moms that are like, single moms or moms that are struggling. That's my main focus. So a lot of us don't realize that we have to start over when our kids, leave. We got to figure out things, and we just don't know where to go from there. So for me, this was a really difficult moment, but I knew I had to make a decision, not only because I realized that my job was not serving me 100%, and I need my job to be 100% because that's my bread and butter. So that was kind of like that trigger. Holidays are going to be busy for me, but what's going to happen in January when people don't need their hair done for the holidays? Am I going to go down that spiral again? So I don't want to have to worry about something. I want to have something in place that's going to be working for me, and that eventually I will be creating a side income, a second income, without having to worry about it. I want it to be there working for me on autopilot, and that's the beauty of this. So and I don't really have a lot of time, so I had to figure something out that was not gonna take consume me, because I already have a 9 to 5, right? So that's when I found this program. I realized that it was such a special thing. And I think I landed, and I thank my lucky stars, I think I landed in the right place at the right time. And I think that was like God just put me in that path, because I have looked at this before and I didn't want to do it because I didn't believe it. I thought it was a scam or just whatever, another thing. And I have been pleasantly surprised that things are going to be just extremely busy, in the sense of I'm going to really be creating something special. So that's why I share this, because I think that many of us are looking for something, but we're doubtful, we're afraid, we don't trust people, and we don't want to, do something that is not like 100% like that we trust. So that's why I have to show up, because I have to let you know that it is real, that people are making, tons of money, they're doing really well in this industry, but it takes work. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have success overnight if you don't put the work. And that is the bottom line. This is not an overnight get rich quick scheme. This is the type of business that you learn a lot. You learn how to navigate through YouTube. You learn how to navigate through TikTok, through Instagram, through all the platforms. And you learn how to put something together in the simplest way that it could be done for this type of business, because it's digital and I am not techie, but it really makes a huge difference when you're working with a community like we are. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very happy to share that because of that. So, starting over is hard, but I given myself grace, and I'm giving myself time to learn, and I'm here for it. So I hope that you guys keep following my journey, follow me and share my live, give me a couple of hearts up there. I love that, because I know that this is going to be a journey for me, and I want you to watch it and see me grow in it. So, we're never going to feel like it's the right time for anything, right? We're always going to be like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. I'm not ready. I don't want to be in camera. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I feel like at this point in my life, I really don't care what people think anymore. And I know that I'm not alone in this. So I feel like I'm in a place that I am here to share good energy. I'm here to share great information, and I'm here to share the love, right? So at this point, if that's why I don't worry about much of what people think about me, and getting in front of the camera is as simple as telling a story, so that's what I'm trying to be really good at, telling that story. So I won't have to, it won't be difficult. It'll be just like if I'm talking to someone. And that's one of the things that you'll get used to if you ever get into a business like this, that you're just telling your story, you're just talking to the camera, and you're here to share, and you get rewarded for it. So that's the beautiful of it. So what happens when you wait for the right time is that I feel that you waste your gift. And we all have a gift. I don't care what anybody says. We all have a gift. We have something to share, believe it or not. And we just sometimes don't know what the gift is, But usually, and this is the simplest way I can explain it, your difficulties and your challenges in life and things that you've gone through are your gifts. They're the ones that you can help someone with. So if you've been somewhere before that has been challenging for you, that's where you find your gift. And my gift, and I'm going to be honest with you, my gift is using my voice, because I'm not tech savvy and I'm not a good teacher, but I was not using my voice for many, many years for reasons that I'm not going to get into, as a child. And right now, I am using my voice to help people. And I think that's really what is driving me to continue doing this, because I feel like people need to hear my voice. And maybe some people don't want to hear what I have to say, but that's okay, right? Because I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for the people that want to, listen to my story and listen to what I'm doing and maybe try it out, right? But that, I feel like we all have a gift, and I think that it's just a matter of you paying it forward. You've been there, you've done that, you can teach someone something. And you also have many gifts and talents that you have learned. So those are things that you can also share. Those are the beautiful things that you can share. So that's why I feel like we all have a gift, we all can share something, and we all can help each other out. I'm going to talk a little bit about my business because it was something totally unexpected for me. I was not expecting to ever do anything in this industry, TikTok, anywhere. Like, I do put videos out because I make my jewelry and I'm doing hair or whatever, but I never in my wildest dreams thought that I was going to be speaking behind a camera. Never. That never crossed my mind. I just did not think that was happening. But when this door opened, I just took it. I didn't even think about it. But the reason why I feel like this is giving me so much freedom is because I know that I am going to be using my creativity, which I love. I'm going to own something of my own. And it's what they call, when you have this, a business that you can actually not have to worry about buying stuff to sell, let's say. It's just beyond me. Like, I never understood it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand digital stuff. I get digital books and audio and all that stuff, but this is very different. So I feel like what digital freedom really means to me is more like it's going to be giving me flexibility. It's going to help me with my creativity, and I'm going to own something that is going to work for me on its own for a really long time. Because when you work on TikTok and YouTube and all these platforms, they're evergreen and they stay there for a really long time. So customers will see your videos for a long time, and you don't know where your customers are coming from. So that's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my digital products. My digital products are courses. So it's courses that you resell. So you get the resale rights for the courses. And within the courses that you sell, there's a learning platform. And this learning platform prepares you to become an entrepreneur and sell your products online. And it teaches you how to leverage YouTube, how to get, leverage TikTok and all the platforms, how to start from beginning to end, like opening your website, setting up your email funnels. But the beauty of this is you're not really setting it up when it comes to the actual business. It's done for you. So you just buy this business, like I call it, a business in a box, and you just go video by video and you just follow the instructions and you just plug it into your computer and it's set. And you create this machine that works for you. So it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a little time to get it together. But the beauty of it is that when it's set and done and you have all your channels going and your videos going and you're doing these lives and sharing with people what you're doing, I mean, it just starts this kind of automation and it's beautiful. So I think it's one of those things that is pleasantly surprising. Hi guys, thank you for coming in. Don't forget to heart me. Thank you for coming in. So I have a couple of things. If you wanted to join my Freedom Flow framework, if you're already in like on YouTube, or you are not interested in selling digital products, I have a program that is free for the first 30 people. And I am offering it for free. It's my Freedom Flow framework, and is a step-by-step plan for you to leverage YouTube and know how to find your ideal client and all that stuff. So it's really good, it's juicy, and you get to keep it forever. But it's only the first 30 people. The program would eventually cost $27 to purchase, but I am offering it for free so you can join my platform. So if you want that program specifically, please say framework, use the word framework. That way I know which one it is, and then I'll send you all the information for that and you can join my private group. Also, there is a link on my around this video, let's put it. There's a link around this video that you can go and check it out, and you can put your email in, and there's a video that's going to pop out that's going to explain to you how everything works and how the program works, and it'll show you successes and how people are doing, and it'll explain thoroughly how the business works, so you'll be able to read it on your own time. One of the things I love the most about this is my community. So, you know, when you start your own business, you are pretty much by yourself, and it's a little scary because I've done it. You know, I opened up a brick and mortar and I was all alone. I took a chance. I had a really good following, really good clientele, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to open the doors to the salon, and hopefully all my chairs will get full. I had 6 chairs, and within 6 months, I had 6 hairstylists in each chair. 1 hairstylist in each chair, which was a total of 6, including myself. And I had a very successful business for many, many years, and I loved it. But it was scary. It was lonely. I only really counted on myself for everything, including monetary. You know, I couldn't ask anybody for anything. And that's why I went booth rental on that, because I didn't want to have to feel like responsible for them making money. I didn't want them to sit around. But if they came with their clients, they would work on their own terms and do their thing. So that was, you know, an interesting time. But what I'm trying to say with that is how difficult that was as a owner, as a business owner. I was all by myself. Hi guys, thank you for coming in. I was all by myself. Please follow and share. I was all by myself, and it was scary. It was scary until the end. So I'm really happy that I have this community, because all my questions are always answered. There's so many people. There's over 53,000 people in our community. Everybody is at different places in their journey. Some people are doing already extremely well. Some people are starting, but those in between, plus the owner of this whole community, is very helpful. We meet once a week. We get all our questions answered. They don't leave that live until the questions are answered. You never really hear that. And it's beautiful. So for me, the community is really what is the most rewarding for me starting this new business, this new journey, because I don't feel alone, and I feel like I am growing in the right direction. Because if I don't have guidance, in my opinion, that's how I work. If I don't have that kind of, not hand holding, because I can hold my own, but if I don't have that person kind of there, you know, answering my questions when I need someone, or tech support or something, I will let it go. I would abandon ship. So that's just how I am. But I feel so positive and excited, because I feel like I am being held up by these people. It's amazing. It's a great community. And so I love it. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is within the program that you can see around this video. There's a link if you wanted to take a look at it. But what I wanted to talk about it is that there's so many possibilities of creating an income. So there's multiple income streams within this program, and they are so many that I probably can only tell you a few, because I don't think I'll have enough time. So the program has 5 programs within the program, but in English and then in Spanish. So you have 10 streams of income if you wanted to do something like that. Let's say you wanted to get the top tier program. The top tier program will give you 5 streams of income. If you decide to go the lower because you can't afford it, let's say you want to start with $100 because you're just kind of testing the waters and you're kind of not sure, you can only sell $100 program. So the higher you go, the more potential for you to create more income. So that's the beauty of this, okay? And then aside from that, after you have, you know, followers in, you know, depending on your platform, like TikTok or YouTube, you get paid for going live, for posting your stuff, you know, like you'll be able to make an income stream that way. You can also add your TikTok shop after you have a certain amount of followers, right? So there's so many ways that you can create a second income stream. And then the last one I'm going to say, and I'm just going to touch briefly, is what I'm working on as well, is you can create courses for yourself. So let's say you have a gift, like we started earlier. We talked about this gift. Everyone has a gift, and you want to create something that you would like to teach, and you want to create a course, video, or any way you want to create it. And you can sell this course, and this platform allows you to have a classroom that you plug in all your videos and your PDFs and all your presentation, and you put your course out there. And this program also has classes to help you do that. So that's the beauty of that. And you know, again, I'm starting something new that is taking me a lot because there's so much education in it, so much learning. I'm learning so much about YouTube, which I'm beginning to really love. But it's helping me kind of develop it another way, and I feel like that's what I'm loving the most, because I am a mom in midlife, and I do want to reinvent myself, and I want to stay up to date. And I know I'm going to live a long time, so I want to be here for it, you know, and I want to be ready, and I want to create that second income so I can have extra money to go on vacation and do all the things when I retire, right? And so do you. I mean, if you want something like this, it's so possible. It's possible, and you do it at your own pace. So there's not like a huge investment. You only invest once and you resell over and over again, and that is the beauty of that. And also, this program, after you put it together and it's set up and you're doing your 2-hour workday, which includes the video and posting and answering messages, you know, you can potentially just work 2 hours a day and have this on autopilot, make money while you're sleeping. So why not? Why not start something new? Why not give yourself an opportunity to create a second income stream? And you know, and remember, it's more about building something for you in your future. You know, a lot of people start businesses because they want money now. I want money now, but that doesn't happen. You know, I mean, unless you buy a lottery ticket and you win, it's not going to happen. You have to put work in. You have to love, you know, on your business. You have to love on the people. You have to share your love, your knowledge, and all the things. And that is what's going to create, you know, that flow. So, you know, if you're interested in knowing more, don't hesitate. You can message me Blueprint. You can go directly to the link and check it out. You can also go message me Framework. If you want the free program that I'm offering for the first 30 people, it's free. And if you're already, like I said, on YouTube and you need a little extra help and you want some pointers, it's a great program. You can do it in one day and you learn a lot. And like, again, it's free, you know? So either way, I'm happy that you're here, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. So you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.